What is up, everybody? Welcome to my channel, XDCEDARRIN. Today we're going to be talking about some central banks and a couple other things that I saw on Twitter today. For when you see CBDC, it means central bank digital currency. That's why I put it out right here. So somebody had sent me on Twitter. I forgot your name. I want to search you out on Twitter, so I'm about to find you right now because I wouldn't be able to find it without you. Here, Stretch Richard, thank you for this. Give me this right here. You guys, for OMFIF is official monetary and financial institution forum. It's pretty a big deal. I've been knew they was like connected with XinFin, but I never had an official like documents or anywhere they said they were doing something together, or just very vague of their relationship. Right here, I just want to explain what OMFIF is, and it says it's an independent think tank for central banking, economic policy, and public investment, providing a neutral platform for public and private sector engagement worldwide. With teams in London, Singapore, and the U.S., OMFIF focuses on global policy and investment themes related to central banks, sovereign funds, pension funds, regulators, and treasuries. Global public investors with investable assets of 37.8 trillion are at the heart of this network. So, 37 trillion is at the heart of this network. That's pretty big, you guys. This is pretty crazy of these connections, you guys. Sorry for my voice. I probably sound a little bit sick. But on omfif.org, their website, the co-founder of XinFin has a relationship with them. He been over there. He's very active with them. They had a whole hour podcast conversation. I listened to the whole thing. It wasn't too much. It was just explaining about blockchain. Basically, he's explaining how blockchain, with how it could be used with the banking system, etc. But not every company talks to them, so that's pretty bullish. That's pretty amazing. They just talk about how a blockchain-based platform for infrastructure investment and trade finance. Talked to Ben Robinson, deputy head of research at OMFIF. So that's what that was about. And also, it is pretty official that XinFin is partnered with OMFIF as technology partner for GPI 2018. Right here, it says it right here. XinFin is OMFIF blockchain technology partner for Singapore. Let's move on. Now, this is the document that Stretch has sent me, Richard, on Twitter. I had looked through it a little bit, scanned through it, because there's some things that wasn't related to XinFin. But I stopped right here where it says public-private endeavors. Right here, it explains pretty much how central banks will be using hybrid blockchains. It don't say hybrid. Well, yes, it does. It don't say hybrid blockchains, but basically what they're saying is just how they explain XRP Ripple. They'll be very vague, but these words will always come around to XinFin because XinFin is the first hybrid blockchain. It's the biggest. It's connected to everything. It's connected to everyone. Right here it says the distribution of cash is a hybrid endeavor. Zoom in a little bit more. While it is issued, designed, and backed by the authorities of sovereign government, it is distributed by private banks. The public-private structure determines the moneyness of various forms of credit that exist in contemporary economy. In most cases, a CBDC will seek to emulate cash in its moneyness, serving as an explicitly public and anonymous legal tender, countering the emergence a private digital currency. Now, this to me has XinFin all over it because, first of all, OMFIF knows that central banks will not go fully public ledgers and will not be putting all their information on a public blockchain because no banks want all the information and data on the public for the public, basically. So the only solution for that is hybrid blockchains, you guys. Um, I don't know how to explain it anymore for you guys because it's in plain in sight to me. And also on their website at the bottom, this is oh no, it's the document. If I'm not wrong, yeah, this is at the bottom of the very document that I have. It said IBM blockchain worldwide. Now, for everybody who was talking about, oh, IBM Stellar worldwide project is not doing anything, no information, you guys, they don't want you to know the information because there's bigger things going on. Like Ripple is probably the only company right now is talking about stuff, and it's probably a distraction. Who knows, you know? But I'm not knocking down XRP, not at all. But I figured out when I saw IBM, I was like, wow, IBM, why is this connected to this? How is it connected to XinFin? Because XinFin X, which is powered by XinFin, uses IBM Hyperledger. All right. This video I saw, I pulled up. It shows it's official that Swift will be using XinFin XDC. Right here is just to show one of the presentations they had presented. It says right here at the bottom, improved version of Swift remittance platform, TurrentPay. Now, TurrentPay, I know that is XinFin projects, one of their products they're doing. I remember hearing in a podcast I had listened to one time before. There was like they're creating a project called Turrent, but I couldn't find no information on Turrent. And then when I saw this, I was like, okay, I get it now. Turrent is for Swift, and Swift partnership wasn't announced, and that's probably why. And it says 4 trillion a day FX market, you guys. And right here it says 35 trillion trade market on TradeFinex. I don't know if that means that's the like how much volume they're doing or anything on a trade platform. I don't know, but these are big numbers I'm looking at. Let's go on Twitter. So on Twitter, Sunny Liu, the co-founder and Vechain, you know, all these news coming out about Vechain, and which is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not an investor in it. I was, but I sold it for different reasons, XRP and other stuff. But right here, he has said AWS is looking at the value of enterprises' applications on Vechain and would like to be part of the ecosystem as key infrastructure service provider. Now, people ask, how is this connected? What is going on with this? I'll get into that. And it says the team of Vechain will be there to be ready for adoption challenges with Microsoft Azure together. Microsoft Azure. You guys, what is Microsoft Azure doing just like AWS? They both will be using XinFin, hybrid blockchain, because Vechain will need hybrid blockchains to connect to the world, you guys. Now, the reason that is so big because XinFin can do so many things, you guys. It'll be in the banking system heavily with Ripple, but not just that. In a cloud data system, they'll be connected heavily, even with companies like Vechain. Now, let's move on. I saw this blog, and it was about XinFin. Had a presentation presenting at White Paper Circle. And it's not too much, but I just want to read this. It says, Alan descriptively explained the current projects like Hyperledger, Ripple, and XinFin. XinFin is the first fully fledged implementer of the hybrid blockchain. Now, this is pretty big, you guys, because I feel like they're basically saying Hyperledger Ripple and XinFin was the first people who implemented hybrid blockchains because um, for the public ledger, for these banks and everybody to be using it, they like it and it's good for them. But then they're like, okay, so how can we keep our privacy? So then that's when they probably did a implementer of hybrid blockchain with Hyperledger Ripple, and that's why XinFin talks heavily about Hyperledger Fabric and Hyperledger that's with Ripple because these two products would not be able to do anything heavily without a hybrid blockchain to connect the whole circle because these public blockchains and networks can survive, but in some places they will need a connection with the private data, privacy, and it's just very, very, I don't know how to explain it, but it's very common sense when you really think about it. Because I didn't really get into I dig into XinFin and what it was, and it's pretty common sense, you guys. And I never really went into this with Circle because people always say Circle is by a Federal Reserve or the Fed, which I maybe could think so too, but and never saw a document that said Circle is by the Fed and created by the Fed. And never saw that, so I'm not saying that. But on their website, I would say it is the USDC coin, and like on Coinbase where you see USDC, that is Circle. And I'm not gonna lie, I really think it is the Fed, but yeah, it looks like this. It said XinFin, an open source hybrid blockchain platform provider, is also adding USDC. I'm sorry, USDC. Oh, I got it right. Support across their offerings. And it says right here, USDC passed 220 million in market cap, including Circle activity. All right. Um, Thank you, sir. But that's pretty much all the information I want to talk about today. Um, any questions about anything, you can comment. Please like and subscribe and share. I want to get the word out, and I have to go to work, get dressed. Thank you guys for watching, and good morning. Have a good Tuesday, and be blessed.